Hey everyone, welcome to Guilds. Today we're going to continue learning about fire. So last week we went over how to safely handle fire, and today we're going to actually be going through how different types of building fire, different ways to build fires. So we are going to be covering 3 different types of fire building today, and then at the end you'll get to choose which one you would like to build. But first, we're going to review the fire building safety. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to pick a safe spot. So this is a spot that is out of the wind. You want to make sure that you clear a circle of at least 10 feet wide. Remember, you also want to make sure that the fire is built on not any leaves or grass or anything that will catch fire, so just on bare dirt. If it can't be on bare dirt, then you'll want to build a deck. This could be a deck of wood, or it could be on a big boulder, or you can also dig a pit. You can also combine any of these 3 of digging a pit and building a deck, and also putting a ring of rocks around the fire so that the flames are contained. You want to make sure that you always have water nearby just in case you need to extinguish the fire or any embers that jump out of the fire. So always, always, always make sure that you have water nearby. And finally, you want to make sure that you never leave your fire unattended. So even if you go to the bathroom or think that you'll only be gone for a short while, you want to make sure that somebody is sitting by your fire to make sure that everything goes okay and the fire doesn't get out of control. And then whenever you go to bed, or if you are leaving, you want to completely extinguish the fire. So make sure that there's no burning red embers in your fire. A lot of times people think that the fire is out, and then it really is not all the way out. So make sure that you stir it to make sure that there are no burning coals left. So the first type of fire building that we are going to cover is log cabin fire. So we are going to first watch this video.
So once you've got all your fire building goodies, it's time to start building a fire. And there's several ways to do it. The ground's wet today. Again, like I said, it's been raining out here in Florida. So one of the things you can do is to build a platform first, so that you can keep your fire pretty much off the ground, off the wet ground. Start by establishing a little platform. Got something to work off of. You're not directly on the ground. Plus, it'll dry that wood that's on the bottom, and it'll become fuel for your fire later. And there's several techniques. You can do the good old log cabin style fires, where it's just simply stacking them, just like the name implies, like a log cabin. This is good when wood's a little bit wet, because as your tinder and stuff that'll be inside of this burns, it'll dry it. Again, it's drying the stuff on the bottom as well, and it'll help the fire keep going. And you just keep building it up. Keep stacking them in. Because the center part in here is where we'll put our tinder bundles. Will go in there. We'll break this down just a little bit. It'll fit inside, so that this will catch the spark. This will start burning, which will in turn ignite these. And while we're here, we'll feed in really small stuff like this, just to get the flame going. But we can keep building our little cabin up here, picking through the wood for some, pencil size, a little bit bigger than pencil size, because you got to remember, this is the beginning of your fire. So you've got to use really small stuff for the most part. But as you get that up, then you want to add in what's going to get your fire cranking, which is this stuff: dry grass, hollow stem, like weeds. This will go in the center. And then we'll have our tinder bundle that will actually catch our spark on the top. Now everybody's going to say, you're doing that backwards. Your tinder should be on the bottom, this and that. For a log cabin style fire, which this one's not built all the way up at the moment, you will not throw a spark to the bottom. So you can throw it to the top, and that's what the rest of this is for. So go right on the top, to get that flame going, which will get this wood going as well. So you just keep building your cabin on up around what you got in there. So you got plenty of fuel to get this thing cranked off once it takes a spark. And this is obviously a little fire because we don't want to set the ranch on fire today. Those are thin. And now we can throw a spark to this, and that'll actually get the fire going. Once our fire is established, we can start adding the bigger wood. Again, this stuff's all pretty small, but you've got to do it in stages, you know, from the pencil size stuff up to things like 1/2 inch diameter, then moving up to like what's on the bottom here, which we're going to be on the bottom, 1 to keep our fire off the ground, 2 to dry it out. And then you move on up to things about the size of your forearm to get your fire going. But you got to have all this stuff in place first. You don't want to put a spark to that, get it burning, and then go looking for fuel. Have it all ready and set up and start your fire lay.
Awesome. So remember, just like this guy in the video said, the first thing that you want to do is collect your tinder and kindle and logs. So you want to make sure that you have all those things in place. And like we talked about last week, you want to collect more than what you think that you'll need so that you have that at just an arm's reach away and you don't have to leave your fire unattended to go look for more wood. The great thing about a log fire, just as this man said, is that you can use wood that is a little bit damp or wet. It's important to have some dry, to have the kindling dry and to have some smaller branches dry, but you can use some wood that is wet. Another great thing that is great about the log cabin method is that it doesn't collapse as easy. So the teepee, which we are going to cover next, it collapses really easily, but the log cabin is more sturdy. The log cabin is a great way to cook, as you can set a pan or something if you have bigger logs on your log cabin on top so that you can have a base to cook on. The next one that we're going to be talking about is a teepee. So here again, we have the same man, and he is going to be teaching us how to build a teepee fire.
All right, another little quick, easy fire lay, and one that I prefer over what we did with the log cabin fire, is a teepee style fire. The reason I like that is because you can actually access your tinder bundle at the bottom of your fire. So again, we'll start by building us a ground platform so we're not working directly on the ground. Again, it is wet out, so we don't want our fire lay on the ground if we can avoid it. And this puts some bigger fuel at the base of the fire to help get this thing going. So we've got the tinder that will actually catch our spark, and then I like to add dry grass to it to help build that heat up to then catch the smaller wood. So we're going to lay this in and probably just part of this on top of it. So when I fluff up this tinder at the back side here and I hit a spark to that, it'll light. This is going to light obviously really fast. So then we can start laying in some sticks. And let's see if we can find something good here there we go, to help get our little teepee rolling. So just as the name implies, we're going to just start stacking them in here, just like in a teepee, and just lean them in. And again, this is smaller wood, you know, pencil size stuff, a little bit bigger than that, but for the most part, pencil size, because heat travels up, obviously. And so all this stuff at the top, when this tinder catches and starts burning, will start to burn real nice. And we'll stack a little bit on the back side, just for structural integrity here, because we don't want this thing to fall over on me. And everybody can critique this. Everybody's got their own way. This is just one method. My actual preferred method for starting a fire in the woods is I would light that pile right there and I would just start laying the stuff on it. That's my method. But we wanted to show you guys some of the different ways. And once you've got some of your smaller kindling in place on the lay, then we can start adding the bigger stuff like this. And again, as that fire grows at the bottom down there, this stuff will start catching and we'll have a nice little fire going here in pretty short order. So right there's a good way to get our fire started with either a strike from a fire steel or a lighter or a match, whatever you have. We'll talk about fire starting methods in a minute, but we wanted to give you guys an idea of just a quick and simple down and dirty teepee arrangement. Again, the three legs of fire are fuel, oxygen, and heat. So you need those three things to get a fire going. So we've got our fuel, obviously we've got oxygen. Now we need a heat source. And we'll talk about that in another video.
Great. So with the teepee fire, like I said before, it collapses easy. And this one for the teepee fire, you're going to have to, it's going to need more monitoring by the person who is building the fire. So meaning you're going to have to feed the fire more often than you would for a log cabin. But the great thing about a teepee fire is that it gets hot really fast because it does burn so quickly because it allows so much oxygen in due to the teepee structure. So this one is awesome for getting a fire going quickly. As he said, start with the kindle, add little tiny sticks around it in the shape of a teepee, and then gradually get larger sticks as you build the teepee up. The final method that we're going to be learning about is called a lean-to fire. So the lean-to method is awesome for when it's windy because the big log that you use, and we'll see here in a minute, acts as a barrier to the wind. So here we will watch the video for how to make a lean-to fire.
In this video, I'll demonstrate how to light a fire using a lean-to method. In this case, we have a small log here that we'll use as our lean-to. Next to that, we're going to put some dry tinder. Use pine needles. And then against our lean-to, we'll lean a series of sticks, small tender sticks. There's plenty of room for oxygen to get through. Then we'll progressively put larger sticks. Once we have our tinder and our kindling, we'll go ahead and light the fire. You can see that the tinder is catching the kindling, and then the kindling will catch the larger fuel. And that's how you create a small fire using the lean-to method.
So this one's great because it doesn't require a lot of balancing. So the teepee might take a little bit extra time to make sure that the sticks are balancing against one another and that it is the teepee structure. This one is less of a formal structure. You just need a big piece of wood like the man has here, and then you're kindling butted up against the wood and then leaning your small sticks and gradually get larger with the bigger sticks. So this is great for when it's windy and also if you can't get your sticks to balance. This one's really great. So we're going to now take time to practice. So now is a great time to go outside, and like we did last week, we collected all of our tinder and our kindling and our logs. So you can take what you collected and build practice building one of your fire building methods. So that's a teepee, a log cabin, or a lean-to. And if you haven't already collected those materials, your tinder, kindle, and logs, you can do that as well. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great time, guys.